my next guest shot to fame 10 years ago when she was part of a documentary series called The Cruise. When the cameras arrived, she had no idea that her life was about to change dramatically. Since then, she's released a string of top-selling albums and hosted her own TV show, as well as becoming a familiar face on this daytime hit.
Mamma mia, here I go again. Mama, how can I resist her? Mamma mia, does it show again? Mama, just how much I missed her. There's something wrong with my blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever?
Please welcome Jane McDonald. Bad bunch, are they? Bless them. Yeah, we pay them a lot of money. Oh. So they're going to ask for it now on the way out.
Lovely.
You can have had no idea when you were on that cruise ship what a difference to your life a camera crew would make.
Oh, flipping heck, I'd have done my hair a bit better, wouldn't I?
It was.
And I'd have lost a few pounds and not worn a polo neck dress up to there where all my chins hung over the top.
Oh, no.
You see, yeah, so thankfully I've had a bit of money thrown at me now, so I'm a bit more polished. But it's a shock when you do see it back, and it's just been on again, so...
Well, yes, to revisit it, I mean, again, then see yourself all over again on the box going backwards. I mean, was that a good idea?
No. It wasn't. You know, and it is a real shock when you see yourself 10 years ago. I don't know if you've looked at any photographs yourself, Alan. You know,
well, the trouble is when you're in this business, people keep coming back. I get gardening books given to me, and I'm on the front wearing what looks like a busby.
Oh, nice.
Enormous lump of hair and looking about that thin. And yeah.
Oh, happy days. Well, I looked a bit fatter, you see, so I'm quite happy with the way I look now.
Yeah.
But, oh, thank you, whistlers. But it has been an experience. But if somebody had said what was going to happen, I would never have believed in a month of Sundays. But thankfully, it's the fans and the people who've kept me where I am, and I'm very grateful.
It is a double-edged sword, though, isn't it? Suddenly your private life becomes public domain and public property as well. And, you know, your marriage was heavily featured in that. It was filmed, you're getting married to Henrik.
Yeah.
Then the split comes afterwards, and then suddenly you find yourself having to live with that part of your life, the uncomfortable part as well as the joyous part. What's that like?
Well, of course, you know, you do sort of sell yourself to the devil, really. You're sold to the devil. But I can't sit here and say, oh, my God, I can't talk about that, because that's been probably my strength, is my honesty and the way I've been one of the public from day one. And there's a lot of women my age who've been through exactly the same as I have. And I wasn't very good at coping. And I think that sort of helped me on the loose women then, because they saw me fall apart and probably drink vodka for about 9 months, which did help, actually. I can't say I wouldn't recommend it. But I didn't cope at all. And yes, everybody saw me fall apart, but I've bounced back. And there is life after divorce.
There's also, you know, the odd man keeps popping up. We were told you had a toy boy for a while, Jen. I mean,
I did. I think it should be on the National Health. I've said that. I do. I really do, girls. Get yourself sorted. And it was wonderful for a while, you know, but then you have to realise that there are more hours in a day and you have to talk to them for a while. So I realised that, you know, I'd gone for an older man now who I can actually talk to as well, which does help.
Is it true that he's one of the searchers?
Yes! I'm going out with a searcher. I'm a groupie. He's lovely. He's lovely.
Which one?
He's the drummer.
The drummer from the Searchers?
Well, he wasn't the original one. But, you know, and I met him when I was 19. I went out with him when I was 19.
No,
yeah, he was in Liquid Gold. Yeah, he was in Liquid... Do you remember Liquid Gold?
No, I remember the Searchers, though.
Dance yourself dizzy. Did you ever go to a...
Dance yourself dizzy.
I know it was, yes. Yeah, so it was great meeting up again, and...
What it all has done, of course, is boosted hugely the music career. Because, I mean, your albums sell huge amounts of copies now. And you've got a new one that's out, so... Yes,
and it's on my own record label. I think some people called me brave. I would say stupid. But, you know, I thought sometimes in life you have to take a chance. And this was great for me to bring in the producers I wanted, sing the songs that I wanted to do, and I've got a 65-piece orchestra on this album and a wonderful, wonderful choir.
But you've also written some of the songs yourself as well. I mean, was that always bubbling underneath? I want to write my own material.
Oh, yes, I'm a control freak, Alan. Yeah. But yes, and I'm thinking of my pension, love, because somebody's got to. So that's why I thought, you know, put a few of your own on. Why not? And luckily for me, I've been workshopping them on tour. You know, I tour all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're on tour between now and Christmas at various venues over the country,
Everywhere.
aren't you?
I'm touring the whole year now, so I never stop. I'm everywhere. I'm Torquay.
Well, no wonder you're married to one of the searchers, because he can't know where you are, can
I
he,
know.
at any time? Really?
He's searching iron law.
I can't let you go without talking about loose women, because I find it completely addictive. And I just think to myself, do they just sit them there behind that counter, give them about 3 topics and say, off you go, dear? Because you and the Nolan girl, I mean, you make me die.
Well, yeah, we are a bit like Sissy and Ada, Colleen and myself. Yeah, I think it's that northern humour, you know.
Yeah,
But I think we've all been sort of picked for each role, really. And I think it really works. We're not question time, we're not. We just have a bit of a giggle about the topics of the day, really, and it seems to be a great format. But it is quite hard work. Everybody thinks we just go in and have a chat. We don't. We have a great research team as well, and great producers who help us immensely on that show.
But you've got your northern bit behind you, and it seems to me, you know, you can always come out with the northern one line. I mean, a couple of weekends ago, I was up at Chatsworth in Derbyshire, and I did some clay pigeon shooting. There was a little lad standing behind me, a little Derbyshire lad, so he's a northern lad, and he was a tiny weeny lad with ginger hair and freckles, and he was eating a burger that was bigger than his head. And he's watching me trying to shoot these clay pigeons, and as I stopped and turned around, he said, "Good job, you're better at gardening, isn't it?" Straight face, really. And it's that you have that capacity on that show, you know, to come out with those without kind of thinking about it. And the northern upbringing helps, presumably, then, does it?
Well, yeah, working class upbringing. You know, you've got to have a laugh at life, otherwise you'd shoot yourself, wouldn't you, really? Yeah. But I'm really glad that now it's not all hello and welcome to the show, you know, because I would never have a career. But it's and it's trusting. The Yorkshire accent is a very trusting accent. So, but yeah, the humour. I'm so glad I'm allowed to really be unscripted.
Well, there'll be a good point, though, come when you'll be able to go back to the cruise ships and start it all over again.
Oh, thanks for that.
We hope it never happens. I don't think it will, Jane. It's been great talking to you. Jane will be back a little bit later. She's going to sing a classic from her new album, but for now, my thanks to Jane McDonald.
Thank you.